Hi, my name is Mike Latman with Iconasys. Today, we'll be doing a demonstration shooting 360 product photography using the ShutterStream 360 software suite with the 18-inch Iconasys manual photography turntable. Now this turntable has 72 notches around the outside, makes it optimal for shooting 18, 24, 36, or 72 individual frames. As you can see, it's made out of white acrylic, and on the bottom, we've glued a Lazy Susan that's capable of holding up to 50 pounds. As you can see, moves very smooth over a 360 rotation. Let's get started with the shooting process. We have connected our compatible camera through USB to our computer and will launch the program. Our first step is to enable our live view. What that does is stream a real-time preview of what our camera sees onto our monitor screen. As you can see, my hand placing and positioning my subject in the center of the table. After we've positioned our object, what we want to do is optimize our camera settings for our lighting environment. We can do so through mouse clicks, and as we make changes to our camera settings, we will see the exposure is simulated in real time. After we've optimized our camera settings, these will be retained from shot to shot. Our next step is to simply crop our subject. That is, define the area in the frame that we wish to shoot. Last, we'll go ahead and pre-rotate our object on the turntable. What we want to do while we pre-rotate is ensure our object does not fall outside the crop area, while we also visually ensure that our object is spinning on axis. Our last step will be to adjust our focal point. That is, click the near and far arrows to bring our subject into full focus. Once it looks good to go, we're ready to enter into the 360 mode to start shooting. We will select Manual Turntable option, select the number of frames that we wish to shoot, in this case 24, and then what we can do is either define our capture as manual, that would be me hitting the snap button every single time, or else auto. For instance, if I automatically want to capture an image every 3 seconds, I can do so. For this workflow, let's choose the manual, and I'm going to choose to leave live view enabled after snap. I'll simply hit my start button. What I'll do here is take my first image. As you can see, it captures the image, uploads it into the thumbnail gallery, then reverts back to live view. So for my next image, I simply want to adjust my turntable and hit the snap button. This will be my standard workflow. Adjust turntable, snap. The software has a counter in which it'll tell us when the image capture is done after a set of 24 frames. Now that we've captured all our images, we're going to take one more image with no subject. This image will be used as the background removal image in the editing area. I will select that image, hit the editing button, choose background removal, and then choose to add this current image into the background gallery. This will now be used as the default. We'll now import these images into our editing area and select the background tool. The threshold variable allows us to choose how much of the object is removed from the actual frame. As you can see, if I take it too high, it starts to remove parts of the product. However, if it's too low, we're not getting rid of any background. So we want to find a good middle ground. After we've found that middle ground, we can simply hit apply to all. In a batch process, this will make those editing changes and remove the background, replacing with pure white. Now that this operation is complete, what we'll go ahead and do is try to remove some of the drop shadow. We can do so using the Levels tool. As you can see, as I click and drag the right slider, it starts to remove the drop shadow. Maybe I want to add some black back into the frame too. I can do so by adjusting the other reference point on my levels. Then again, hit apply to all. Now that we've edited our images, we simply want to output these. We'll rename our file, for instance, sunglasses, choose our output location to our 360 images folder, and choose to resize if required. In this case, we'll choose 1000 pixels wide and choose 72 dpi resolution. After the batch saving is complete, we'll go and find that folder and import these images by dragging and dropping into the 360 Creator software that is included in the ShutterStream 360 package.